Okay. So, welcome back to the Knights of the Smith Dinner Table live stream. Tonight we're back to Wrath of the Righteous. Right? Yes, Wrath of the Righteous. Sorry for the late start due to some unforeseen circumstances in the issue of lots of traffic on our way home from a family trip today. We unfortunately got back late. We're going to be missing Chris tonight, so Wyatt will be playing Duncan, and Ben will no longer be joining us due to his work commitments. But as usual, we'll be here. We'll just be a little late. So without further ado, we will go ahead and dive right back in. When last we left our valiant heroes, they had cleared out the first level of the
I thought my sound was off. I apologize.
Grey Garrison. Very successful. And we're going to swap out Bigby and Enrin. Get back up to where we were. So there's Bigby, and I'll pull Enrin out. And players over here. All right. Everybody into the line of sight. Actually, because of the way that Nathan fixed the line of sight, I can make everybody the same now. It doesn't cause the lag that it used to. All right. And I'll only shut people off when we're in combat. Okay, so the room that you are currently in is
It's just a shiny movie, and that's a blur on TV.
the stairwell. The quick description was along one wall of this long room stands a smashed sideboard. A stone staircase leads upwards. You had fought 3 dretches that were in here, and you do hear movement from upstairs. What do you guys wish to do?
Where are we?
You are inside the Grey Garrison. Irabeth and the wizard for the Eagle Watch asked you guys to come in here and clear it out and destroy the ward stone.
Because we have
Sorry.
this handy, what was it, one of negation?
Yeah, Rod of Negation.
Rod of negation.
I'm going to probably need to go upstairs.
You want to try and sneak upstairs?
Yes. Are there traps on the stairs?
Give me just a moment, and I will make the roll. Oops. Bastard. Alright. Charcy is checking to see if she sees any traps. She does not believe that the stairwell is trapped.
Okay. I will sneak up first and see if I see anything spooky up here. 16.
16. Alright. So you are sneaking up. As you're coming up, you see 3 tieflings. Let me... Oh, I've got a player's map, that's why. Let me load up this encounter and see if they see you.
Shit.
You said 16 was your stealth?
Yes.
3 of them definitely saw you, all 3 of those
shit,
guys.
Fuck. Okay.
As they do, one of them cries out in alarm, and then we're going to go into initiative. Oh, let me tie all these guys together, because I don't like having them staggered. And Adriana, you hear as she's starting up the steps, and she would actually be up to this point. As she's starting up the steps, you hear Charcy mutter a curse. What are you going to do?
I guess I'm gonna go up back.
Probably an abyssal.
1, 2, 3, 4. Up. You've got 2 more spaces, and as you're coming up, you can also see that there are at least 3 tieflings here. This room just looks like a hallway leading to various parts. Gotta see something. Huh, it's only doing something weird on my screen. Okay. Looks like you guys can see into other rooms on my screen. You still have 10 feet of movement left. You want to move on up?
Sure.
10. Once you're there, what do you wish to do?
Have I rested?
No, you have not rested.
That's unfortunate. Okay, Okay, I don't know. I guess I could try Acid Splash, but I don't know if it's gonna do anything.
Alright, which one are you going to acid splash?
The middle one.
Alright.
The 11 to hit.
11 to hit touch AC. That misses. From there, Sigurd is going to stay downstairs and guard at the moment. To Duncan.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm?
So Duncan heard this, correct?
Duncan heard the cursing, yes. He was all the way back here.
So,
Double move, single move.
double move.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he cannot get any farther because he is out of movement.
Okay.
To Charcy. You gonna move on up in?
Yeah.
So here's 5, 10. Oh, 10 would be here. Where do you wish to go?
As long as the doors are blocked with shadow escapes.
I see that. Thank you.
I don't really want to get up close on any of them. I just want to get out of my friend's way so they can get up the stairs. Honestly, I think I'm going to stay there.
Okay.
Ready to stab someone if they attack me.
There we go. Get this door before it comes into sight. This door before it comes into sight. I'm not sure. It must have been something with one of the updates. Must have changed them. All right. From there to the Tiefling's turn. This one all the way over here to the right throws the door open and shouts intruders. Let's get this off. These guys. He is not happy. This guy steps forward and attempts to stab Charcy with his short sword.
No.
What is Charcy's AC?
I don't remember. I want to say 17. The computer went to sleep. Yes, it is 17.
17?
17.
He dives past your defenses and
Fuck.
jabs with his short sword, causing 6 points of damage as he gets through your armor.
first time the first thing to attack you.
Yes. Do I still
Go ahead and
do
make
that?
your attack. That will.
Thank you for reminding me, Noel.
That changes yours to.
I don't think a 10 is gonna hit.
A 10 does not hit. These guys don't get actions yet. Then it's to Damien.
Alright, hear a cry out, I go rushing up the stairs.
Alright.
Loves me.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay, it puts me at 20.
Excuse me, I apologize. That was obnoxious.
How high is that a wall going all the way to the ceiling?
It's a half wall. It's
Half
only
wall.
about 3 feet tall, but right now it's at about the level of the top of it's at the level of your head.
Top of above my head.
You were hoping you could jump it, weren't you?
Oh no, YOLO, we're gonna do it.
Alright.
We're gonna,
Acrobatics check as you try and vault over the wall.
we're gonna attempt a daring do. We're actually going to jump off the short wall to the other wall to launch ourselves over.
Okay. We'll call that DC 20.
28.
Alright.
God dang
Up
it,
and
you guys
over.
have the stupidest luck.
And that's basically putting you into a double move,
Yep.
so you can't do anything else. Irabeth.
Hooray, a daring do. Means I have to point them out now.
She. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and she'll come back here so she's not blocking the stairs. To Kayla.
Can't you move through friendly?
Yes,
That aren't in melee.
but she doesn't have enough movement to get up there.
Okay. Which one am I?
You are right over here,
Why am I in that?
because that's where you killed the last of the demons.
Okay. I'm gonna run up the stairs.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and we'll see if we can get to there on 50. I'm going to use the corner of that hex, but you're actually in the hex that's in the corner. Double move got you there.
I can't do anything since I double move, right?
Right. Big B.
Okay. I kind of walk over, look up the stairs.
Yep.
Nope, I can't get up there. Do bless.
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 Alright. That is going to hit everybody but Damien.
That's stone.
Because Damien is straight upstairs through the stone. Everybody add bless.
Yay, bless.
Alright. So that was Big B, and that goes to the top of the round. Adriana.
Yep.
You are up here, and I am going to start using individual vision. Why did I do that? It didn't black out a little bit. It's supposed to be dark in here. All right.
Did you kill it?
Why is it being switched? Okay, we'll go back to this. All right. So, what do you wish to do?
I want to do aspect down the middle one.
On the middle one again?
Yeah, I got 13 to hit.
All right. After the -4, because you're throwing it into melee, that's going to be a miss. Then, right after that, 5, 10, 15, 20, a human cultist of Discari comes running out of that room.
Where I want to be.
And he is going to swing his. Oh, I think they use the scythe. Yes, they use a scythe. And misses Charcy.
Suck it.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He stops there. 35. So he double moves. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He single moves, and he is going to see that there's a bunch of good aligned folk coming up after him. Everybody who is upstairs needs to make a DC 11 will save.
Well, where's the Romies?
Oh,
Oh, I made it. 16.
I didn't make it.
10.
10. Plus 6.
Does it matter if I rolled a 1?
7.
Yeah, it's an automatic failure.
Good thing I rolled an 11.
Wait, so I'm the only one that passed it with the 16?
Alright.
That's not good.
So,
No. I really
those of you who did not make the 11 takes 3 points of negative energy damage. Those who did only takes 1.
Where's that go?
It's just damage.
Straight up damage.
So Bibiana, Vicky,
What?
Charcy.
I was downstairs.
Oh, that's right, you were.
Duncan was upstairs.
Hold on, I gotta take their. We took 1. We took 3. And you hear a lot of people cry out in anger and pain. A lot. Like there's more people that got hit by this that you cannot yet see.
A lot.
Got hit by what?
Remember that.
He channeled negative energy. Much like Enrin would channel positive to heal you, evil clerics can channel negative to cause damage.
And it hurt.
15, 20, 25. And the next guy comes out, and he does the same.
Shit. Will save again?
We'll save again, DC 11.
23.
26.
12.
13.
12.
Everybody only takes 1 point of damage. Cigarette.
So 44 minus 1 is 41.
Wow.
I don't have
Did not know
All right,
You're a math teacher.
Duncan.
that. Oh, wait, that's.
That's you tonight.
That's
too.
you, unless
Yeah.
Chris shows up.
Where can I go that doesn't involve a double?
Well, you can always try a very difficult acrobatics check, or I would say a climb would work too, to go up and over the rail.
I mean, you saw Damien just do this weird Mario jump over it. It can't be that hard.
Except for I'm a paladin and heavy armor.
Indeed, he is a paladin.
I'm gonna do a climb check because that has less.
It doesn't have a penalty.
That has less negatives.
All right, it's going to be a. I'll say there's decent handholds. It'll be a DC 10 climb check.
I all up my base. I got a 2.
You got?
That's
Is
the
that the total?
That's the total.
Okay, so you only missed it by 5, or
8.
more than 5, but not
8.
10. So you just don't make any progress.
Okay.
2, the tieflings. This one adjusts 5 feet, and he is going to attack Damien with a short sword. He lashes in. What's Damien's AC? 16. Damien takes 6 points of damage as he bypasses your defenses. The one on Charcy strikes her for another 3. This guy seems to have your number.
I'm not looking so great. Well,
What are you down to?
It's less than I would be comfortable with.
Anything less than full HP is less than Charles be comfortable with.
That's kind of my, like, I'm getting nervous.
Are you be-doo?
I'm not be-doo, but I'm
not
nervous.
I mean, that's the going rate. On a scale of 1 to
This guy is going to attempt a tumble check.
you can't die.
I can.
No, you can't.
Whoops.
You're not allowed.
Ignore
Only
that.
Nick's allowed to die.
Every other Saturday she's the one that's allowed to.
Yeah, because she doesn't like that I'm.
Alright, so he does a full speed acrobatics check. Charcy and Damien, both of you, what is your CMD plus 10?
CMD plus 10. CMD
Or plus 5, sorry, plus 5.
CMD plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say me?
No.
Oh, me.
No, Charcy and Damien.
18.
22?
5 is 23.
Both of you get an attack of opportunity as this guy comes diving in.
He's gonna take the dagger.
Short sword up the butthole. Ooh, I rolled 19. Plus 8 would be 26.
25.
Both of you strike him. Damage?
I don't get sneak attack on this, I'm assuming.
Actually, you do.
Actually, you do because you have
Six on
flanked.
sneak attack, right?
I did a total of 6 points of damage to him.
6.
6 and 4 is 10 plus 4 is 14.
14
And
plus.
you can have 1
14?
strength damage from my picture points. From my picture points.
He drops to the ground bleeding as both of you take advantage of the opening that he gave you.
Aha!
And you guys see more tieflings piling into the room. Man, wouldn't this be a great time for a fireball?
I wish.
Or a stick of dynamite.
That too.
I think he's already used that.
Damien!
Alright.
You have, to your character's right, you have a tiefling. To your character's left is a cultist of Discari.
Alright. Is that half hexed by that wall?
It has a door in
No,
it.
the other one.
So-
No, the other one.
Oh, back, like
No,
5 foot back.
to flanking position.
Oh, so right here.
Yeah.
I'll say yes, but with a -2 to all
Okay,
rolls.
that's fine. Yep,
We're
we're
gonna tumble in.
tumble in and kind of press ourselves against the wall once we get in.
Okay. Go ahead and make your acrobatics check.
13.
13. That does not protect you from any of them. So this guy's going to get an attack plus the other 2. Alright, so this guy swings aside as you come through his square, striking you for 9. Tiefling number 2 attacks you with a short sword. Oh, you know what we forgot to get out?
Cards.
Our crit fumble and
The
crit fumble.
cards.
So does that mean you had a crit?
indeed.
No, you crit.
That-
Somehow. You crit. I don't know how. I don't know how yet.
Well, they're not named, guys.
Well, they're not named, guys.
The
They don't
blue
get
guy.
the guy.
If they're unnamed, they do not. If they're unnamed, they do not get to go on script, or they do not get to draw a script card.
They just do max damage if it's
They just do max damage if it's a natural.
or double damage if they convert.
Or double damage if they convert. Alright, there's the fumble deck. There's the fumble deck.
Attack your friends. Attack your friends. Come on, let's
This
play.
guy.
Attack your friends.
This guy
Has
He
to
has
make a
to
will save or
make
he
a
falls
will
unconscious.
save or he falls unconscious for 1d6 rounds.
Will save
So,
would be-
will save is going to be.
What was your acrobatics check?
What was your acrobatics check?
It was a 13.
13, so his DC is 13.
And he passes it.
And he passes it.
13's not a terrible DC.
13's not a terrible DC.
And then I got a third guy swinging at me. And I got a third guy swinging at me.
The other.
Yep. The other
cultist.
cultist.
And he misses.
And he misses.
Perfect.
It's like charge against humanity.
And then it's your turn.
Alright.
Except you get
So,
a
alright.
charge.
So,
And you
we
have to label
are
the
going
Y-axis.
to dagger the teeth line.
Dagger
That we're
the
flanking with.
Alright.
Something about pots and kettles.
I got a -2, +2,
+2.
20 to hit.
20 to hit
20 is a hit.
For 4 points of damage.
for 4 points of damage.
4 points. He does not fall, though.
Which one
Then
would
we
you
go
pick?
on to Irabeth.
Then we go on to Irabeth. She is going to hold her action to Kayla.
Oh, see, I thought the.
Okay, he's got much guys.
Okay, let's go. Guys, skill.
So with the musical reference here, so
He's sweet.
That's
Well, that's weird.
I was thinking if you liked pause.
There it is. It's back.
Alright.
All
right.
You were going to bring everything back to your beacon.
Kayla,
Yeah.
You have a guy who has
you have a guy who has partial cover from you. It's going to give him 4 to his AC, but he's the only one you can reach at the moment.
Unless you want to do a tumble in. You can reach a couple guys.
Can I tumble over to the left?
to your character's right.
To your character's right?
Yes, like
Yes.
next to dark and dreary. Or that's a dead
Yeah,
guy.
you stand over top.
You can stand over top of him.
Yeah,
He's
you can make a
bleeding.
tumble check to get there.
Yeah, you can make a tumble check to get there.
You're
You're
diving past Charcy
diving
to
past
get a-
Charcy to get a better angle.
Yep.
18. 17, I'm sorry.
17.
So against the
Alright, so against the cultist that you're leaving, 17 is
good enough.
good enough. And the Tiefling, or the Tieflings, 17 is good down the board.
So in this heavy armor.
So in this heavy armor that Kayla is wearing, she tumbles past Charcy almost as deftly as Charcy would tumble.
And what is she going to do?
And what is she going to
Only
do?
friend is going to other means. Sorry. Oh no, that's not in it. First off, do I have stop cleave? Do I have you did.
I do not know.
You have to check.
You'd have to check your feats.
It's a feat, yes.
You do have cleave?
Alright, so you're gonna level your.
Alright, so you're gonna bring your axe.
What does cleave do? I mean, I know what cleave does.
It allows you to strike.
-2 to my armor class.
Yeah, it's -2 to your AC
For the next round.
for the until your next turn. Yes.
Yeah, only friend is going to go and get. Let's start with the one on character.
Character right, so you're going after the cultist. All right. Oops, let me zoom in on your guys' map so you can see a little better.
Well, it's not that I couldn't see them. I just don't know.
The guys with the sides.
The guys with the sides are the cultists. The guys with the horns are the tieflings.
So it's 1d12 plus 9?
Roll to hit first.
No, roll to hit first.
I just assumed that I hit.
Are you power
No.
attacking?
Are you power attacking? Always.
I probably don't hit with a 16.
A 16 does indeed hit.
Get them, Kayla.
For a 12.
12.
For 12,
Dives past
Kayla
Charcy,
dives past Charcy, coming up in a roll. And as she does, she brings Only Friend level with her waist across the first cultist, striking him with a nearly fatal blow. Then she continues to follow through into the other guy.
A 27.
A 27. That's going to hit. Into the tiefling that already looks like he's taking a pretty
Oh.
good beating.
Oh, I lied.
You lied?
Well, yes, I lied. Yes, I'm supposed to use only friend power attack two-handed, or I have power attack clicked over here. Is that the right thing?
Yeah, if power attack is clicked on PC, it's got the map. It gives you a second Only
So I
Friend
use
as power
those
attack.
Okay, so the
Yes.
first one, what was my number to hit?
16.
It'd be a 14.
The 14
Okay.
would have still
And it
hit.
would have been for 6 more points of damage.
6 more points of damage? Alright, we'll fix this. Thank you
I'm sorry.
for catching it. So, on the first swing,
As she's coming up,
she nearly completely disembowels the cultist, and he slumps to the ground like a sack of potatoes. As she follows through into the tiefling, she hits again, coming up, recovering.
23.
How much? 23.
and
And she does what we call in medicine a hemicorporectomy. She literally splits the tiefling in half.
Who's blue?
And he falls into 2 pieces onto the ground.
This one?
Yeah,
This one?
2.
Oh.
That's the
That's Damien.
Who's Damien?
Nick.
I'm just waving.
Kayla comes out of it screaming her battle cry.
I haven't been here for
and
lots
Big
of
B.
days.
And Bigby.
You see that there's a couple of spots.
You see that there's a couple of spots you can get
I'm
up the
gonna
stairs
make
now.
my way up. I'm gonna make my way up.
Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get to there.
And
Why your light is
I was
yellow,
gonna say,
I
why
don't know.
a different color?
okay.
Now you're standing next to a cultist, but you and he both have cover from each other, so you would not provoke if you're doing an attack. Or if you're doing a spell, sorry.
So who can I see?
You can see a total of 3 cultists, 1 dying halfling, 1, or not halfling, tiefling, 1 obviously dead tiefling, and 1 tiefling that appears to still be in the battle. However, you did see more.
Yeah.
plans.
So the tiefling that I can't currently see. Do they have any weapons?
He has a short sword.
Okay. I'm gonna do burning disarm when I said tiefling.
Alright.
I don't know how that went. The last time I pulled that trick.
This is tiefling number 1. He needs a, is it reflex?
Let me double check.
And what's the DC?
Burning disarm. Let's see. DC of 16 with the reflex.
Alright, his short sword light starts to glow brightly, and it looks like he almost got rid of it in time, but he doesn't as it starts to sear his
Okay.
flesh. What's the damage?
44.
I don't know, you have the spell, not me. I can look it up real quick. 1d4 per caster level.
4d4.
So yeah, go ahead and roll your 4d4.
4 and 10 damage.
10 damage. However, as it burns into his flesh, you notice that it does not seem to do as much damage as it should have. He doesn't look comfortable, but it looks like he may have resisted a good portion of that.
Top of the round.
Top of the round,
Yes.
Adriana.
What do you wish to do?
What do you wish to do?
I don't fully understand this. But what should I hit it to you for?
They're full.
Okay. Oh, cool. Then I just want to hit. Actually, let me hit that.
The guy who is all by
The guy who is all by himself over there with no friends to dance with,
I'll
hence
give him
getting rid of
something.
that minus
hence getting rid of that -4 penalty for firing into melee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. 13 to hit.
13 is going to be a miss, I believe, against these guys.
Does the bus count for
I lied, that hits.
Then 2 for damage. Yeah.
2 for damage,
and
and
acid splash.
let's see, this is
Yep.
acid splash. All right,
To the cultists.
to the cultists.
Sure, and then
All right, which one is?
Fire resistance.
Oh, sorry, this guy. I forgot to change his color
That was
He is on the ground.
because he is on the ground bleeding.
He first.
So he first gets a con check to see if he stops bleeding. He does not.
This guy.
This guy,
Next to Damien.
next to Damien, swings his scythe at Damien. It's going to be number 3. Attack side. Missing.
Next to him.
The guy next to him swings at Charcy.
No.
Hits
Hits
for 8 damage.
for 8 damage.
Eight.
Yes.
When did Speedo start?
Whenever you feel like being
You're not even down half yet, are you?
Yes, I think.
It's
What are
when
you
you're
at?
down to 1 heart.
14? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I missed some damage there somewhere.
And then this guy.
And then this guy. Excuse me. Still getting over a cold. He tries, after watching Kayla do it in her heavy-ass armor, this last cultist tries it in his chain shirt and proceeds to provoke from both Kayla and Charcy.
Not Damien.
No,
No, because he went from here up and then back.
25. 25.
What about
25? What about Kayla?
Salute. More dinero. Okay, now get your life together.
What was that? Rolling?
Boys!
Sorry?
Boys!
Hey, well. What was that? I'm sorry. Attack of opportunity.
it'll still be at your power attack?
It'll still be at your power attack because you haven't taken another attack.
20.
That is a hit.
How much damage to Charcy?
How much damage did Charcy do?
Six Cumberland dogs.
27.
Cumberland dogs.
How much?
I don't get sneak attack.
Yes, he is.
Yes, because he is flanked.
Yep. That's why I put myself there. That's why I put myself there.
And then he can have 1 of strength damage also. From the pressure points.
You said 14?
Yeah.
You said 14?
I rolled the exact same thing I rolled last time.
As another cultist comes barreling in, Kalis does an upward swing with Only Friend,
Splitting him in half.
as Charcy drives her short. Is it short sword? Her short sword right through the base of his skull, and then
Another one has fallen.
another one has fallen.
Two, Sigurd.
Two, Sigurd They headed upstairs.
You were still
You were still downstairs. You were making sure that nobody was coming in behind them for a moment,
You hear the sounds of battle.
and you hear the sounds of battle from
Sacred
upstairs.
rushes the battle. Sacred rushes the battle.
Alright, what's the speed?
All right, what's the speed?
Party. Fight the party.
10, 15,
Without
20. You're not
20. You're not
gonna be able to get much
going to be able to get much farther than that unless you go up and over the rail. Right now, the rail is even. Sorry, with your head.
Can I go up and
It's
over?
evil.
Can I go?
Yes, you can make an acrobatics check, or you can make a climb check.
Don't be like Duncan.
Your choice.
So far, my character sheet's not loaded. So don't know what my bonus is on.
All right, we'll give it a moment while your bonuses load.
You mean the fire-
It's going to be a double move to do it at this point, so I'll go ahead and let me know when you're ready, and I'll move on. Duncan! Is Duncan going to try and climb the railing again?
Do it.
Your head is a scratching post.
I did better. I got a 3. I did better. I got a 3.
Still not enough to pay for lunch.
Oh, and Duncan's player is walking up as well.
Yay! Yay!
Alright.
All right,
So Duncan's not able to
so Duncan's not able to get up and over. Charcy,
The field is clearing out.
the field is clearing out ahead of you quickly. Yeah, we want to put him, where do we want to put him? We need to squeeze him in somewhere.
What's that in?
This way, like I originally said. This way, like I originally said.
Me and Cheryl are squeezing. Cheryl
Pull up that chair.
Put him on the corner.
Don't open those bottles. Don't open those bottles.
Alright, I'm like, oh, sorry.
You're okay.
That's all good. Wyatt's been playing you for the moment. We weren't sure if you were
Don't
going to
worry.
make it, so.
I'm doing everything you would. I failed 2 flying checks. I failed 2 flying checks.
He has rolled like Chris.
Failed 2 flying checks. Failed 2 flying checks.
Yeah, right there's good. Yeah, right there's good. I don't care where.
Chris, do you want a plastic check? Chris, do you want a plastic check?
I would like to go over to I would like to put standing by himself. Standing by himself. I'm talking to him.
All right, so you're going
I don't wanna get
to.
in the mix of that just yet, because I'm not in great shape.
Do you want to tumble over there?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and make your acrobatics check. What's your speed?
Just
I want to
tumble.
say 20. Probably should really die right now.
Actually, no, because she could just move straight through Kayla's square since the guy's unconscious. So yeah, you can head straight over to him.
I'm gonna swing at him with my short.
All right. You step in, driving your short sword forward.
8 is going to be 24.
That is a hit.
You're right.
Damage?
I do not get sneak attack on this because I
Correct.
2. No, 6. I can't connect.
6.
Forgot about my bonus for a second.
After the beating he has taken from everything going on, that is enough to drop him to the ground. And another one is bleeding. From Charcy to the Tieflings. So this guy, and this guy. I'll get con checks. One of them.
Are you serious?
He's TAF. Alright, so this guy, he's gonna go this way and step into Kayla. This guy, can't go much of anywhere. This guy steps in. This guy steps in. And the one who came in closest goes to try and stab Kayla with his short sword. What is Hold on.
What is Kayla's AC?
What is Kayla's AC?
With the minus 215.
15?
Can somebody hand me a bubble card?
Can somebody hand me a fumble card?
Why did you need my AC if you fumbled?
Because that's the DC.
Alright.
Alright. He's not using a bludgeoning weapon,
This one does not.
so this one does not affect him.
It's vibration.
It's vibration. If he was using a bludgeoning weapon, he would have taken some strength damage and dropped his weapon.
So you gotta get a deal free card.
Pretty much. Damien.
Pretty much. Damien.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a stab at this cultist over here. That is to my
Okay.
right. 12 is probably not gonna hit.
12 does not hit. Just
Yeah,
barely
the
misses.
press gets that wall.
Erebeth is going to stay down below and guard your backs.
To Kayla.
To Kayla.
Yep.
You got a friend there with
You got a friend there with
you.
you. He came up and he had the gall to stab you and he missed
Can
horribly.
I move?
Yes, but
Yes, but since you're going to be fighting against the wall, you'll have a -2 to your attack rolls. Like to there?
Yeah.
Is that what you meant?
I'll do it.
Okay.
You want to go to where
You're wanting to go to where
you can
you can cleave again?
Starting with the tiefling or the cultist?
Starting with the tiefling or the cultist?
Alright.
Alright.
12. That probably misses.
12 is a miss, and that will cancel out your second attack, because you have to hit.
Nope.
Nope, that's the actual roll.
Big
Big B!
He's not
He quit.
anymore.
Yeah, Ben had to drop.
Yeah, Ben had to drop. It doesn't work.
Can I attempt to disarm the guy who's closest to me?
The cultist in front of you?
Burning disarm or
Like burning disarm, or are you actually trying to reach in with your weapon and disarm him?
That makes everything work.
Okay.
Alright, so you got cover.
Alright, so you got cover, so that'll keep him from getting an attack of opportunity, which means you don't have to cast defensively.
Okay.
I want to shave my hair. I think my parents would.
Yes, they would.
Oh. I'm sitting here waiting on you to tell me something, and
Yeah.
I need to roll his reflex save. You said DC is 16,
And he fails it.
and he fails it. Damage?
4, and 9.
9? He screams as his weapon catches on fire.
Top of the round, Adriana.
Top of the round, Adriana.
Can I see this TV?
Let me kill other people's vision. I think yours is the only vision going. There we go. Oh, sorry. You're supposed to be able to see through this. What's going on?
Something messing up again?
Yeah, like we used to, they threw in over copper. They had to pull the bottom.
Not sure why, but it's
Not sure why, but it's removing the walls when I shift click on them.
Yeah. Eliminate wall spell.
So, we fixed that.
Alright, so it's on you.
Alright, so it's on your vision now.
Can I just go for this one over here? I'm just trying to avoid melee.
Which one?
Bottom all the way to the right.
The one in the farthest from you?
As a 20 to hit.
20 is a
A 20 is a hit.
1 damage.
I gotta change straight up.
I need to change to squares for a moment. Back.
He says 1 damage.
You said 1 damage?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
It's the cultist's turn.
Then it's the cultist's turn. They are starting to panic. Both of them are dropping channel negative energy. Well, let me make sure they still have one.
Yes.
Yes.
So, everybody.
So,
make your first-
everybody make your first will save.
Still at 11.
Still is DC. DC is still 11.
9.
I'm taking all of it.
Me too.
All of it.
Me too.
So just one then?
One of these
If it's
guys.
No.
This one's hitting a little harder.
This one's hitting a little harder.
Just roll a 20 roll. Don't worry about it.
Roll a 20 more.
That's a 17. That's a 17. 11.
All right. So,
If you did not make the 11,
if you did not make the 11, you take 6.
otherwise you take 3.
Otherwise, you take 3.
Be-do.
I don't know that we have anyone that
definitely
can do
not
anything
E
about
yet.
bees.
Here we go.
Chris can be-do us.
Yes. I can beat it.
Am I still full
Yeah,
points or-
I can
Yeah.
beat it with 2 different things.
You were, yes.
Because
Yep.
So we need a second one.
Are you a paladin?
Yeah, if there's a second one,
I swear. They also had blast.
Watch someone again. Versus spear.
And then everybody make a second.
And then everybody make a second one.
Hey!
I rolled a 20.
I took it all.
17.
I took it all.
That's a 19.
Did you roll a 1?
So did Harley.
The good news is, if you did not beat the DC 11, you only took 2.
Oh, it's on the computer?
No.
Oh, it's on the computer.
What do you
You
take
took
as
2 more
damage?
damage.
Oh, maybe I don't.
1.
Yeah, roll beat
Nope, that's not right.
if you made it, what do you take? Just 1?
Just 1.
No, we also have like wands.
Do you want me to do my acrobatics check? Now that my sheet's up. To finish my loot from last time?
Yes, go ahead and make your roll.
Oh, that's a 6.
So, nope, you don't make it.
So, nope, you don't make it up.
So just fine.
Alright.
Right. Oh, my climb bonus isn't any better.
That was them
To Sigurd.
to Sigurd. Gonna try it again?
We're gonna try and pop over that rail. Hey, nat 20. So 24 on acrobatics.
10, you get up to there.
10, you get up to there.
I think I just combat with that heat.
20,
15, 20.
up to there.
So up to there.
Take a single.
Nope,
take
you're
a
good, Dad.
single- 24 to hit.
24 is a hit.
24 is a hit. 16 from number
None of these
4.
guys are looking very
None of these guys are looking very good at this point. 12.
He falls to the ground.
He falls to the ground bleeding. To
Duncan.
Duncan.
Try and climb
You wanna
up like you have been.
Try and climb up like you have been.
No, I wasn't doing so well. Go ahead and make your climb check.
It's really helpful.
You got +0.
Straight up roll.
Yeah.
So it's a straight up roll. DC is 10.
Hey!
15.
Wow.
15.
Alright, so it's a movement
Alright, so it's a move action for you to scurry up and over. You still have a standard or a move. Looks like your friends have taken a little bit of a beating. You could choose to channel positive energy, but it's going to heal the bad guys. It costs 2 of your lay on hands attempts.
That's the one that doesn't have spells, right?
Yeah. You don't have spells because you're a tempered champion.
How bad is everybody? How bad is it worth me channeling? Okay.
I'm good.
And my channel is
Charcy looks pretty beat up, and she's right next to you, so if you wanted to just lay on hands, you could.
So does Damien.
Damien's farther away.
Kayla's not doing too bad.
so you think it's worth channeling?
Kayla's been wreaking havoc.
I mean, I'll be fine for another round. If you want to do it, get closer to the other one on me later.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. And
I think you're up to
Yeah, that's
2d6.
what it should be.
That's what it should be.
I want to step up and get trip my TV to the side.
These guys are pretty much out of the fight.
4 hit points.
4 hit points.
Hey, that's 4 more than what she had.
Better than 2.
Better than 2.
Not much.
I'll take whatever heals you get me.
What do you
All right,
From
from
Duncan to Charcy.
Duncan to Charcy.
I really don't want to go mix it up with those guys, but we need to kill them. Who's the one next between me and Davey? The bigger?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Sigurd.
Let the brave idiot go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm kidding.
I was kind of leaning towards doing that.
No, he's not.
Yeah, we'll let the brave idiot go first. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I'm gonna stay right now. If something does come up at me, though, I want to stab it.
Okay.
You were readying an action.
So you are readying an action to stab if something comes up to fight. 2, the tieflings.
Since they move over here.
You know that pops up on our screen, right? When it gets broadcast.
Alright.
All right.
All the porn.
Just send in porn links.
Is that what it is? No, it's actually mature about
What are we laughing about? I'm so confused.
Oh wait, those guys are out of it.
With the way he's laughing.
Remove these guys.
All I want to do is drink.
Make my life a little easier.
Alright, so
All right, so
this guy is gonna
he screams.
Puppy.
10, 15, 20,
Yeah,
25.
No, that was
Yeah.
Let me outside.
Yep.
Let me outside. I make the same.
Damien,
Alright.
you saw the tieflings pull back into the room. The last one slams the door shut
Alright.
as he does.
Alright, so
Looks like they're giving up on this.
looks like they're tired of on this. They're tired of getting hurt by the friends. So
That's one. I didn't have dynamic selected.
Let's see, my movement is 20 feet, correct?
20 feet, correct?
you tell me it's on your
You tell me it's on your sheet.
So I could pass for Sigurd Square,
I can
correct?
pass for Sigurd Square, correct?
And would not,
Indeed.
if I'm
We're
going
not,
out.
I'm going
not
out. We're
You would not
So we're
provoke.
gonna do
Alright,
some
so
little
we're gonna do
shenanigans
some
here.
little shenanigans
We're
here.
gonna move into
We're
Sigurd
gonna
Square,
move into
move
Sigurd
one
Square,
north,
So
move
there's
one
5,
north,
and then move one
10,
southwest or
and then move
southeast.
one southwest or southeast.
15.
I could have taken a 5-foot step. But
Which wouldn't have
Yeah.
provoked either.
yeah. And we are going to engage the one that Kayla's fighting with.
Okay.
That's going to be a big old fat miss. Because 11.
What's your total? Yeah, it's a miss. 2. Arabeth is still guarding. Kayla.
Can I tumble through the
You can attempt to, yes.
Kayla does it.
Do or not, there is no try.
8.
Kayla gets stopped, and they both get attacks of opportunity.
That's
No.
the point of getting stopped.
I felt like I still made it.
When you're passing through, you
No, when you're passing through, you
Well,
get stopped.
I mean, I can kind of
For the love of sweet chocolatey fudge.
Well, there's cake.
See, we only have one hand.
I need a fumble card.
I need a fumble card.
Again?
Yep.
This should be fun.
Yep.
Hit the right spot.
He's got 3 of them.
Ever since I got here, he's got 2.
I've got 3.
I've gotten 3 tonight.
Broken half.
Broken Haft.
Your weapon loses reach.
Your weapon loses reach. You have a -4 penalty on attack rolls with it until repaired.
That's not me, though, right?
Not you.
That is not you. That is one of the cultists that tried to
Okay,
take a swing at you. That is cultist number 1.
Fail.
Since I moved,
You did not move. You can still take an attack if you wish.
Thank you. This is still a power attack, but not a...
right. And since you're kind of
Right. And since you're kind of cramped in with that wall section, you do have the -2.
An 11 doesn't hit, does it?
No.
Kayla to Big B.
From Kayla to Big B.
Makes it a little easier. The guy in front of me, I'm gonna grapple him.
You're gonna grapple him.
You're going to grapple him?
All right.
Here comes the muscle wizard.
All right.
Moving into a square.
You're moving into a square, so that does provoke.
What is your DC?
12.
What is your DC?
AC.
AC.
Or AC, sorry.
Strikes you for
He
10
strikes you for 10 damage as you come barreling in. And you said 18 on the grapple. And then you successfully wrap him in your arms. So you two are in the same square, or same X. So you, Big B,
I have control.
dives in and grapples the guy.
So not only does the guy to the
So not only does the guy to the south have the -4, the other guy can't even attack until he breaks the grapple. Because you can't do anything that requires 2 hands.
All right. So on his
Alright, so on his turn, he is going to attempt to break the grapple. What is your CM? Never mind. The other guy looks over, sees his friend being grappled, realizing that if he stays grappled,
You gotta attack him.
He
swings the scythe at Big B, and because he's swinging into melee, you always got that chance of hitting your friend. He rolls an odd and strikes his friend.
Courage, you just like.
It's a very specific song.
And you're now grappling a dead body.
You can use a free action to let it
You can use a free action to let it go if you'd like.
I have other.
Yes.
Adriana,
Good.
There's one left.
that's kind of
Not
gross.
that.
Wyatt.
Is the one that's
Not
left
that.
in melee? Is the one that's left in melee?
Yes, yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Okay, I'll do it.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Take a shot in the dark.
Acid splash?
15 damage.
She's so
Is
pretty.
that with the -4?
Is that with the -4?
I think she's out of
That is a hit.
2 damage.
2 damage?
Yes.
He squeals in pain.
He squeals in pain.
Good.
Sigurd,
I want to go to where I can't go.
alright, so it's going to be 5. It's going to require
Speed tumble.
a full speed tumble.
He's like
On. Let's do this.
You don't have to pass through his square, so he can't stop you. 16. Let me add 5 to his CMD, which is 17. However, oh no, but he's had a turn since then.
So got minus 4 to hit though.
He does have a -4 to hit, and he does not hit. All right, what are you gonna do?
Try and murder him. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does indeed hit.
Or 5 damage.
5 damage.
He's not looking good.
He's not looking good.
Duncan.
Duncan,
If you want to squeeze in.
if you want to squeeze in next to Damien in that half hex, you can, but it'll put you at a -2 to attack.
That's alright.
You're gonna do that?
You're gonna do that? Duncan squeezes his way in, taking the penalty.
There's cake.
What'd you get total?
He can't be on.
What'd you get total?
20.
20 is a hit.
20 is a hit. Damage.
I just have to make sure nobody else wants to suffer.
8 damage.
8 damage. He falls to the ground, bleeding to death.
If he wasn't dead by my turn, I would
And
have
as the
said
last
by
one
turn.
falls, you guys know
Three tieflings went
that the 3 tieflings went in here, or tieflings, sorry, I always do
got a
that.
door here.
You got a door here.
You zoom your map out.
You zoom your map out.
I saw them go into that room. I'm running in
Yes.
there. I'm running in there.
All right.
All right.
That's the rest of the stuff you can
And that's the rest of the stuff you can see.
If you guys notice, Nathan,
If you guys notice, Nathan
outdone himself.
has finally outdone himself.
Outdone himself again.
Well,
Way
okay,
to go,
outdone
Nathan!
himself again.
Way to go, Nathan!
You can see the doors through the fog of
Oh.
war now.
Yay! Yay!
All right, so before we do that, we've got Sigurd, who's going to obviously get there first,
He has to.
and then Kayla's right behind him. How are you going to go through the door? You going to step up to the easier spot there? All right. So you want to channel real quick as he's running to the door?
That was close. He just sees you take off, and he's like, oh shit, I gotta heal.
Okay. That's 1d6, right?
Yes.
Two
2
points. 2 points to everybody.
points to everybody.
Hooray.
We should just celebrate all the time.
Alright.
Wow.
Every action.
See how
Yeah, he'll be throwing the door open.
All right.
All right.
Swing the door open.
You swing the door open. Oh, I know what I need to do. Hold on.
There we go.
There we go.
You swing the door open.
You swing the door open,
What?
and what?
I was raged. And I still.
Oh no, you're no longer in rage.
Oh no, you're no longer in rage. You have 2 rounds left.
I'm going to rush into the room.
All right. As you rush in, the first thing you notice is you don't immediately see them, and that is we'll take our break a little early. And I'm gonna switch us over to break time. right, and we are back. Okay, so Sigurd, you threw the door open, rushed in, and on first glance, you don't see these guys anywhere.
Interesting.
I check behind the door. Because I'm slightly confused on how these people just managed to disappear. Can I do a perception check or something in the room?
Yep, so you're stepping up, looking behind the door, and as you do, go ahead and make your perception check.
That is a 15.
Kayla rushed in as well. 15. As you're doing that, you hear kind of a muffled I don't want to call it a squeak, but that's really close to what it is.
Coming from any particular way?
To your right. And it's like really close to you to your right. As you turn and look in that direction, you see a foot sticking out from under the bed.
What kind? Okay, so if we're assuming this is like a wooden bed frame, or are we talking like traditional like horsehair and like woven old school medieval bed?
This would be like the old school
I
medieval
take my
bed.
sword and stab two hands straight down through the bed.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll.
That's an 18.
18
Yes.
with all your bonuses. Okay. And then roll 50% mischance. Because you're stabbing blindly through.
That's a 61.
61. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Aw, 5 damage.
5.
Oh, wait, yeah. I
He
get
screams.
Oh, so
Yes.
that was actually 7 damage.
And as you feel your blade bite flesh, he screams out, and then it cuts off suddenly. And the other two scramble out and up from their hiding places, starting a new round of or new bout of combat. As they realize they're found already. Damien.
All right. I hear a scream.
Never trust the
Moving
Yep.
20 towards the direction of the scream.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh no, it's a people. We're gonna dagger
Indeed
him.
it is.
We're gonna dagger him. Ooh, rolling to confirm. A 9 does not confirm.
A 9 indeed does not confirm.
And let's see, is this considered precision damage? Is it multiplied on a critical hit? So that would be a total of 8, 6, 10. 10? Yep.
10?
Yep.
That guy screams and drops to the ground, and he is now bleeding out. As you stab him with your dagger. From there to Bigby.
I'm going to step in behind Damien and do. How much did work still my last time? I guess we'll just do a heavenly fire.
All right.
Yep.
Range touch.
Turn that back on now.
Does that do extra against evil outsiders?
I don't believe it does.
No. So range touch. 9.
9 is a miss. His turn. He drops to his knees, throwing his weapon to the ground, and starts screaming out, "I surrender! I surrender!" To Sigurd. I think I know how this is going to end.
Yeah. I can charge, right?
You can indeed charge.
Can I two-hand attack?
Yep.
That's a 29 to hit.
29 to hit is definitely a hit.
And 13 to hit.
He falls to the ground and is bleeding out.
You will surrender.
All right. The last of these guys have fallen. You've got a couple of rooms that you can check that have the doors open, and at least 3 doors that you've seen that are closed. And then Irabeth joins you guys upstairs.
I guess I'm gonna flip through the bodies in here and check this room out pretty thoroughly.
Alright, so we'll start with Sigurd's search. Nope.
I got a 25 on my perception.
Alright, give me just a second here. So this room that you're in, it has 6 cots in the 2 orderly rows. Bedding has been tossed on the ground for the most part, and an iron lockbox lies on its side empty. There is a lidless box holding scraps of moldering food, while a pair of large barrels nearby look to be filled with water. Beyond that, the only stuff in here that you find is the short swords and the leather armor that the
Where's
tieflings
this
wear.
room? Cast everything aside and walk away.
Bigby!
I got a 23.
Oh, hold on. Slow down, Turbo. So this room that you walked into has stacks of scrolls, books, maps, and more sitting atop a large hexagonal table in this room. The walls are painted with detailed maps of Sarkoris, over which features of the World Wound have been painted. And as you're looking, you said, what? Just looks like a big pile of papers. Anybody else coming in?
Damien's gonna chill out in the hallway.
Is there any sort of knowledge checks that I can make?
Yeah, make a, let's see. We'll call it knowledge. We'll go with
I
local
don't have that.
as you're looking through these.
No, I only have
No?
Arcana planes.
So you can't make head nor tails of these.
That's kind of shout out. It's a room full of maps and stuff, so it might be of use to someone.
Anybody else gonna go take a look?
I only have knowledge of planes, so I'm going to be.
It's not knowledge planes.
That's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
that I'm going to be useful.
Anybody have local?
Somebody
I
does.
do. Local for sure.
22.
22.
My name is Asa.
As you're looking over these papers, Adriana, you realize these are the demon's troop movements. Months worth.
Oh. In the future or in the past?
Both.
Wow, good stuff.
Good intel.
Yeah.
Excellent intel. And as you're searching through the papers, make a perception roll.
23.
23? Yeah. You just find all these maps and stuff.
I'm just going to the room for the sake of being nosy. And look around.
Yeah, it's just seems to be filled with books, maps, scrolls, all on this hexagonal table, and then the detailed maps on the walls.
Can you do a perception check to see if I notice anything else?
Sure.
I don't think I see anything different. I got 7 plus 8 is 15.
Well, just looks like a bunch of paper to you guys. To you. All right. What do you guys want to do next?
Check the door next to the barracks room. Yep, is it?
This one here? Hold on just a second. These two out as well.
I'm guessing we should probably tell Arabeth about the.
She is absolutely thrilled to have this intelligence. All right, so you are searching traps, and you do not believe that it is trapped. It is, however, locked.
Try and unlock it, please.
Make a
Device.
disable device roll.
$14.
14. That seems to be a pretty solid lock.
Really?
See her messing with the door. What kind of door?
Mm-hmm. It is a large,
16.
appears to be very stout wooden door.
Did she get it with the 16? Can I go
Nope.
try and break it down?
Yeah. You're gonna say, "Let me,"
Yeah.
and make a strength check versus its break DC.
I rolled a 2 and then a 4. My disable device bonus is 12.
Kayla just walks up and she says,
Everyone gets to go up now.
"I got this." She leans back and kicks really hard with her foot, and she splits the door in half.
There's no.
And she is now standing there and looking into this room. Southern portion of this room holds a wide alabaster basin filled with bloody entrails. The outside of the basin is carved with images of warriors around a raised sun holding long swords aloft. A flight of stairs ascends to the west. And you also see 6 very dead-looking guys that all turn and look in your direction at the same time.
We didn't get healed anymore, did we?
No, you haven't been healed anymore.
Do you have my number?
You haven't taken any damage yet.
Yes, I did.
When?
All those
Oh, the channels. So yeah, that was. I think that was a total of like 8 or 9.
I have I'm down 10.
That sounds about right. All right, rolling initiative. Charcy, you see these creatures inside beyond her.
Nope. I'm gonna let the other people go in first, and I'm gonna hang it here for a minute.
All right. From Charcy to Adriana. You heard the door slam open, and then you hear groaning from inside the room.
I'll come stand like
Where?
Like, where?
Right there?
right next to the door. So I
Right
can
there?
stand in.
All right.
All right.
Knowledge, religion?
Do you have knowledge religion?
Let's check. No.
All right.
No.
I'm not sure what these
All right. You're not sure what these creatures are.
Okay.
Two.
Big B.
Alright.
Big B.
I'm gonna move to the left two, and then I'm just gonna use a heavenly fire on myself.
All right. So you're moving.
All right. So you're moving to here.
Yeah. And range touch.
Nope. You don't have to.
Nope.
attack
You don't have
yourself.
to attack yourself. You can
Yeah.
just touch yourself.
Yeah. 4 health back for me.
All right.
There it goes to
From there it goes to
Kayla.
Kayla.
These guys are dead things? Or?
Yes. Do you have knowledge
Yes. Do you
religion?
have knowledge religion?
Nope.
All
But
right.
knowledge
So
nature.
All right. So
They're
that
natural.
won't help.
They're natural.
They were definitely once human.
So they were at one time natural.
So they were at one time natural creatures.
Okay, I want to go.
In
Stepping into the
Like
crowd.
down one.
stepping into the crowd. 2, 5, 10.
All right. So you're gonna.
All right. So
I'm guessing you're gonna cleave two of them.
I'm guessing you're gonna cleave 2 of them.
I'm gonna start with the bottom right. Are we still blessed?
All
Are we
right.
still blessed?
No, not at this point.
I just wanted to make sure I had the.
Hello.
14.
14 is a hit.
14 is a hit. Damage.
16.
16.
16.
You drop the first one.
You drop the first one.
Go ahead and make your cleave attack.
Go ahead and make your cleave attack.
16.
That is a hit.
14.
14.
Second one.
The second one
To the ground.
collapses to the ground as well. And you cut their numbers by a third.
You're welcome.
Sigurd.
Sigurd,
You hear a fight in there.
you hear a fight in there.
From where you're at.
Actually, from where you're at, you can see, and if you have knowledge religion, you can make a knowledge religion check.
And I do. That's a 7. That's a 7.
7 is a
A
miss.
7 is a miss.
Alright.
on
So,
that.
what do you wish to do?
So, what do you wish to do?
Closest one. Strike it down. Because I fear that.
5,
because I do not
10,
fear that.
15.
That's a 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
That is a hit.
What weapon are you using?
What weapon are you using?
Alright.
That's
All
gonna
right.
be 7 damage.
7. However, while you do a decent amount of damage, you don't take it down nearly as easily as what Kayla
Then
did.
they go.
Then they go. Dagger. So 5, 10. 5, 10.
Those 3 move
5. Those 3 move in. That one is going to swing at Kayla because she was the first thing it saw. And it tries to slam her with its fists, striking her. Does a 17 confirm? No. What's your AC currently?
Because I didn't
19?
cleave, right?
Okay.
Oh, I
You did cleave.
17. Oh, I did 17.
17 confirms. You take. It's
I
gonna
thought the
be,
defender won.
no. You have to equal. 15 damage from the slam.
That makes sense. See, because I get a Slayer talent, and I can take weapon.
Damien.
Alright, here are combat and stuff going on. Alright,
Yep.
so
5, 10, 15,
yeah.
15.
Put me on the other side of the door next to yeah. Next to fill pocket there.
Okay. So double move. Irabeth. She can see them from where she's at. What?
I showed him something silly. I'll share it to the chat.
She shouts, zombies! And she goes. So she should be there. So 5, 10, 15. And she steps in. And she swings at that one. Whoops, wrong. She strikes it. And that one. Oops, also bites the dust. And as she strikes it, it's like her longsword flashes. To Duncan.
Drop some bows.
Am I able to get in there at all?
Yes. Because nobody is in melee. So you'd be 5, 10, 15, 20.
Attack the one below me there.
All right.
I don't think so. Well, maybe 15.
15 is a hit. You're using Radiance? All right. Go ahead and roll damage.
Durant. 8 points of damage.
8. To Charcy.
Can I get in to get behind the one Duncan's tangling with?
Let's see. That would be 5, 10. You'd have to do a full speed tumble. 15, 20. What's your speed? 20 or 30? So you'd have to go through it. To
That's
20.
fine, I'll give it a shot. Acrobatics?
Yep.
I rolled a 1.
Roll to confirm. Use your same attack bonuses.
For acrobatics?
Yep.
Okay.
Your same bonus.
Sorry, that was acrobatics.
Or no, sorry, that was acrobatics. This is not a fumble. All right, so it stops you,
Did she go through it?
possibly. No, she does not go through it. So you're going to get to there. Get shuffled off to the side, and it strikes you for 9 damage. As it slams its fists into you. You can still attack if you wish. YOLO?
13 plus 8 would be 21.
21 is a hit. What are you using?
Iron short sword.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
5 and 4 is 9.
9? That does not seem to have struck nearly as hard as it should have. However, it does look like it's barely hanging on at this point. Bigby.
Okay. I move southwest one. What can I see?
To there? Alright, let me do this. We'll get it to where it's just your field of view. That is what you see.
Alright. I'm gonna hit the one directly in front of me.
What are you hitting it with? Alright, range touch with a -4 because you're throwing it into melee.
19.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Does it have any bonus against undead?
No, I don't think so. No, check.
Okay.
So 3 damage. How much? 3.
How much? 3? That is enough to wipe it off the face of Galarian. Then it goes to Kayla. Shut off his view. Turn on her view. There are 2 of these zombies, as Kiribeth called them, left.
21.
With another mighty swing, you strike the first one. I'm assuming the one to the south first. Okay.
24.
Damage. And make your follow-up attack. That is a hit.
15.
And both of them are quite dead. Again. Alright. So you have this pool that's filled with entrails. Stairs leading up, yes.
I was gonna go attack her next.
Those of you who are in here can make either a knowledge arcana or a knowledge religion check
Oh, wait, I have our
as you're looking at this room.
25.
Adriana? You can see in there.
I don't have either of those knowledges. Arcana. Oh, 31. 31. I know everything.
Duncan?
I
All 3 of you recognize this as a scrying pool that was probably used by the priests to spy on the demon forces. However, it is currently been befouled, desecrated. You want to clean it up? It'll take you a couple of minutes, but yeah, you can do that. Nope.
And then I am going to. I'll go ahead and channel heal again.
Gonna channel. Get everybody in the same spot.
Group huddle.
Put your glasses on.
Everybody regains 4. Alright, so you guys have a couple of options here.
Do we have someone who could like heal me? Like a lot.
Don't you guys have potions?
Yep.
I'm down half. I'm down 21 points. So.
We have a cure series you can use.
I probably need some help too. I am at 11.
I'm at 26, but that's not a 47. So.
Yeah, I'm at 11 of 36.
No, if she's at half, she can use one.
I'm at 11 of 37.
Just the appetite for the Slayer.
I mean, like, I don't know.
Slayer is
It's a
hybrid.
hybrid. It's a hybrid between fighter and rogue.
No, it's
Ranger.
No, it's ranger and rogue.
No.
Ranger and rogue. Sorry.
So what potions do we have?
We have 4 cure serious.
4 cure serious.
If you're that half out,
You're that half
definitely
out.
take one
I
cure
am
serious.
less
Definitely
than
take one
half.
cure serious.
I'm down 21 points, so.
She isn't half though.
I'm just over half.
So sure, I'll take one to cure serious.
Okay, what's that do?
3d8 plus 3.
3d8 plus what?
Yep.
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
Capsule port tracksuit.
Are you having me take one also?
Yeah.
So 3d8.
Plus 3.
Ooh, 18, 19, 20, 21. Nice. Hey, guess what?
Hold up.
Hold on.
16 and 5.
Oh, exactly.
21 plus 3 is.
Do you know Spanish?
But I
That
just
is a
think
big
it would
deal.
be
Thank
fun.
you.
Any conversational Spanish?
What
I can like understand. I can't speak,
Conversational
but like I
Spanish.
can
Conversational Spanish. Visa, where it's, I gotta understand every like.
Right.
Alright.
Alright.
You guys heal up a little bit?
So you guys heal up a little bit,
Where do
and
you guys want to go?
I'll take
where do you guys want to go?
Which way do you guys want to go?
Which way do you guys want to go?
I want to go in that room and search it.
Stairs.
There are stairs going up, but there's also at least
Oh, those were stairs.
Yeah, we came up those stairs.
Yeah, we
Not
can
those stairs.
Not that. Not those.
Oh, the other stairs.
There were stairs in the room that we were fighting.
I want to see what I see in this room.
So,
I'll go with six.
so.
let me reread the
Let me reread the narrative.
I want to search it for anything good. And
Okay.
maybe a perception.
Go ahead and make a perception roll.
20.
20. Now that he's emptied that basin of entrails, maybe you could fill it with water.
They did say it was a
But
scrub.
they did say it was a scrying pool.
That's the only thing that really stands
That's the
out.
only thing that really stands out.
There's. What's in here?
Um,
There is
there is
a wide alabaster
a
basin
wide alabaster basin that was filled with bloody entrails, but Duncan took some time to clean it up. The outside of the basin is carved with images of warriors around a raised sun, holding long swords aloft. And then there's the flight of stairs ascending to your west. And then Adriana, Bigby, and Duncan all pointed out that this is a scrying
But
pool,
it doesn't have any water in it.
but it doesn't have any water in it currently.
Um,
Yes, create water.
Need
Spell?
something. Need water.
It's not a spell. 1, 0, 2.
So-
What do you guys want to do?
What do you guys want to do?
Still got
Can I
it.
go check that out?
Still got at least
Is that a-
which door?
the
There's
one up
two
top.
that you know of.
Yeah.
The one up top,
Is it trapped?
check.
As you head to there and you look down.
As you head to there and you look down the other way, you do see another
Down
door
there. Okay. We'll
down
check
here.
that first.
Charcy checks for traps,
And she does not believe that
and she does not believe that it is
Is it
trapped.
locked?
it is not.
It is not.
As you open it,
As you open it,
Oh shit.
you are standing
You are standing right in front of this odd-looking creature that immediately, before you even get a chance to do anything, lashes out. What room was that? I'll describe the creature momentarily.
Looks like there's badness in that room around it.
The creature has a stag's body, a hawk's wings and talons, and the head of a slavering wolf with a rack of sharp antlers on its brow. The room that it's in has a long table engraved with a bas-relief map of Mendad, and a dozen bodies lie scattered around the room, each bearing a gaping, empty hole in their chest. This creature takes advantage of the fact that you open the door for it and attempts to gore you with its horns.
It may not.
It strikes you solidly for 9 damage. Time for the initiative roll. Erebeth goes first, and she looks over and is like, "What's happened?" As Charcy screams out in pain, then it immediately goes to Charcy.
I'm gonna stab this fucker.
You would be here. It would be here. Do you lash out at it? Do you have Knowledge Arcana? All right. Landed on the floor. Does not count.
$21.
21. That is a hit.
8 damage.
You strike it true, however, it doesn't seem to do nearly as much damage as it should have.
Can I still move? Like, can I try to get behind it so that somebody else can come up?
Yeah, I mean, you'll have to tumble through its heads. Alright.
Fuck my life. What is a 10?
You try and tumble right through it, and it immediately gores you right in the chest,
Am I dead?
striking you critically.
No, it's not a main mob.
Make a. Oh wait.
No, this is.
It deals 15 damage. Does that drop you? All right.
But I'm in bad shape.
We're glad we healed you up.
Yeah, because that would have dropped me. I'm like, that's what I was before I healed.
And you are stuck where you're at. Adriana,
Yes.
what do you wish to do?
I'm gonna move towards the door. Can I sit in that gap right up the door frame?
Where at?
Oh, never mind. It's right there. Oh, let me just go behind. Sorry, I just go behind. Let me just go behind.
So
him.
5, 10, 15, 20. Directly behind, or do you want to be down the hallway?
I'll sit down the hallway.
So you step just around the corner.
Well, let's
What you gonna do?
ask the slash to see if it actually has an effect.
All right. Do you want to make a Knowledge Arcana check as you get a good look at this creature?
21.
Just enough. You know that this creature is called a Paraton.
Acid resistant?
It is not acid resistant. However, it does resist most normal attacks, requiring magic to bypass it. Also, you know that it tries to gore its opponents, and if it kills them with the gore, it will rip their heart out. If it drops them below 0, it will rip their heart out, finishing them off.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Okay, wait, quick question. Does
What?
Mage Armor stack?
No.
Mage armor does not stack with regular armor. You need your wand info?
You have a wand.
You just remembered.
Two weeks ago.
Last time we played this.
That was fun.
Maybe it wasn't this one. Do you remember what color the notebook was?
Yeah, shoot down 3. We've also seen that 3.
It's going to be one of the notebooks.
Yep, it was
It
green.
was green?
Yep, it was green.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, this thing's not something to mess around with.
Jump around. It was caster level 5, and it had 34 charges.
Yeah, you used about 10 or 12 charges on it.
about 10 or 12 charges on it.
Because I don't know where that notebook back to. So you're gonna activate your magic wand of magic missiles?
Yeah, I thought it was.
All right.
Oh, it is magic. Oh, it is magic.
It's pew, pew,
It
pew.
is. Indeed, it
What's
is.
the? It was 3.
Pew, pew. 3d4 plus 3.
3, 4 plus 11. Alright. 11.
It howls in pain as you strike it. Damien.
Alright.
PC shit is going down.
PC shit is going down.
Yep. And your lover does not look to be in good shape.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, get us close enough. So we are actually going to full speed tumble through it.
And we're gonna spend a point of panache at these 6 credits.
All right.
Let's see, that'll be a total of 21. Nope.
All right. It doesn't get an attack of opportunity, but that is not enough to get by it. This thing is very, very dexterous, you could say. On its turn, it presses the attack against Charcy. This time, it's going not only with a gore, but with 2 hooves. The gore strikes for 8. Both of the hooves are going to miss. However, they do not confirm, either of them, confirm the fumble.
They both fumbled. They both fumbled.
Yeah.
What a random roll there.
Too bad
It is not liking me tonight.
Okay.
Bigby!
So, I see this thing. I quickly do a knowledge check.
Knowledge Arcana, yes.
18.
You are not sure what it is, and Adriana did not shout out what it was.
Well, I see this thing. And he's trying to rip my friend's apart. And
Indeed. You don't like that idea?
they're the only thing standing there.
There's the true
There we
wizard.
are.
There's the true wizard.
So I'm gonna do mage armor on Charcy.
What's the range on that?
Check. Danny, what's your armor AC?
What's the armor bonus?
Armor bonus for mage armor is +4.
I have a 4.
Range is
So it's not going to make any difference.
It wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it wouldn't do anything to it. You would know that.
Then can I get up and put it on him or Danny because he's the next closest to it?
Oh yeah, we get a +1.
You can't actually get into them.
I'm not gonna kind of get into him and get back as far as I can.
No, you can't
Oh,
actually
can't?
get
I
up
thought
to
you
them.
can't.
No, because he's here.
Then I'm just gonna put it on Duncan. since he's the one.
It's not gonna work on Duncan.
It's not going to work on
Who can
Duncan
it work
either.
on?
You.
Me?
You.
Got it.
Adriana.
Because
Because
everybody else has a
Yeah.
plus 4 armor bonus higher.
Then I'm just gonna put it on myself.
Okay. Just in case they fall.
Sigurd, please don't fall.
Sigurd.
Alright.
Might.
If
Alright,
you
what's
do,
the
we're all
chances?
dead.
I can physically throw Charcy out of her square.
Dude, I probably fucking let you.
I mean, if you had the, you would have to grapple her and then drag her back.
So
I don't want
Because you need a feat to do what you're describing.
Horseshit.
Yeah, switch places. It's a teamwork feat called switch
What if I
places.
just grapple her and then throw her? Do I really need to like physically? I can't just like grapple and then.
Do you have to throw
grapple and then
anything?
No. Can I take the negative penalty on it?
It's going to be huge.
I feel like a 5-foot throw shouldn't really take that high of a DC.
It would actually be a 10-foot throw because you'd have to be right behind her and move her 10 feet.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep.
All right. Trying to get up into the fray with this thing.
Get her out of it.
Go ahead and make a grapple check.
That's
That's her
a
CMD. All right. So you've got her.
Not exactly.
Go ahead and let's see. The grapple check is a standard action. You move, so it'll have to be on the next round before you can toss her to save.
Okay. Can we say like as I have her grappled, I have to turn so that I'm in between the high thing?
Yeah, you don't have
No.
that position.
That's fine. It still gets a 50% to hit me or her.
Kayla.
Trying.
Yeah, I know.
I'm way there.
I tried, but
You're way over here.
It's almost like it knows that.
It's almost like it knows that if it stays right there,
Right.
Here's what I want to do. I want to run up.
That's worked great for
you're
all
gonna
of us.
run up and try and tumble through it.
No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to try.
You've seen it stop.
You've seen it stop everybody. Would you like to know the DC? 31.
I have the best chance.
Going through it, it's going to stop you.
Who's up there right now?
Right now, Charcy,
I know they're. Yeah,
Damien, and Sigurd.
You could also attempt to grapple and throw somebody back out of it.
or throw somebody into the way.
Yeah, pick up Bigby. Throw him out the thing. That's all escape.
Where are you?
Take it.
Take it. Bigby's got
Oh.
Yeah.
You're right in front of me.
Singular.
Who is it to going?
That's Adriana.
Your favorite daughter.
What's a gauntlet?
Put your pencil up in hand.
Yeah, heavy armor all has gauntlets with it. So if you punch something, you're not considered unarmed. It does hurt.
Can I squeeze against the wall?
Like here?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that takes up more than half, so it's going to be a true squeeze. That'll put you at a -4 on everything. All right. So,
Actually, like, could I try to like? I don't know if this is possible. Before I try to squeeze in there. But this is like a silly thing. Can I run and just like? Tackle her?
tackle who?
Creature?
The creature? So you're wanting to try and grapple.
Well, I want to tackle like run, head,
That
shoulder,
that would be a grapple.
football style.
Oh, you want to bull rush it.
Yes.
Yes.
You want to bull rush it.
Yes.
You want to bull rush it.
Tackle.
That is feasible.
I didn't know.
That is indeed feasible. Go ahead and make a bull rush check.
It's your CMD.
It's your CMD.
CMB.
No. I can get get a bull rush.
But anybody can bull
There's a
rush.
fee you can take to not.
Yes, I was looking to see if I had this.
No, you don't have improved bull.
It is going to get an attack.
So it is going to get an attack of opportunity.
What is your
What is your AC?
Because I haven't
All right.
done it.
Grab by the horn.
So she shoves her way through.
And I think I can get one.
So she starts.
Like I can run through people without any penalties.
That was a mythic power.
That was a mythic power.
All right.
All right. It tries to gore you as you come in. It fails. Make your bull rush attempt.
Okay, what is a bull rush?
CMB.
To move it, you have to beat it.
To move it, you have to beat it by 5.
CMB. CMB.
B.
Is that the grapple? And is that the grapple?
It means there's a bull rush now.
A bull rush? They're all the same. Okay.
Yeah.
They're all at least 27. 27.
Move, baby. Get out the way. Get out the way.
Well, the good news is
I beat it by 5.
You did indeed beat it by 5.
She just grabs by the horns and shoves
Is
it
that
out.
what you wanted me to do? Is that what you wanted me to do? I got in there. I got in there.
Little bottleneck. With no ability to get around. No ability to get around.
On the plus side, you can tumble through her.
And still take that attack of opportunity.
Well, it doesn't get the plus 10.
Hold on, I'll move. Just I can't do it. I can't do it.
All right, so
At least charge.
Charcy is indeed safe. Duncan.
Pretty much everyone's safe except me. Everyone's safe except Helium.
Okay,
So
Ludicrous now.
I'm not.
Get out the way.
Well, Duncan, you can
always try
tumble your way in.
and tumble your way in to the left of Caleb.
He'll be fine. He's gonna crit. He's gonna crit fail.
All right, make an acrobatics.
All right, make an acrobatics check.
You're not passing through, so
You're not passing through, so it's not going to stop you
Crime and that, like,
from your movement.
already got a -3.
15.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
He's just not gonna hit you. He's just not gonna hit you.
Should have kept rolling. Go back.
You said -3.
Yeah, I didn't make it. I got flat.
Total of 3.
Total.
Total of 3. Good thing it does not have combat reflexes.
You were in position to attack.
You were in position to attack it.
Well, sorry guys. I will attack.
Radiance is magical.
I thought it was 4. So 17.
17 is a hit. You barely snuck by its defenses.
9.
9? It howls in pain as Radiance just blasts through whatever protections it has. Irabeth. 25, 30, 35, 40. To Charcy. You gonna let him maintain the grapple, or are you gonna try and break the grapple?
I just want to get as far away from that thing as possible.
So you're gonna try and break the grapple?
I'm not.
You're not resisting?
I'm not.
All right. So standard action to break the grapple, and you want to move away from it?
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just letting go.
Yeah.
Now that you're safe.
He can let it go as free action.
10, 15. You're gonna keep going?
Yeah, we'll go my full movement away from it.
Actually, that would be about as far as you can go because
I want to be out.
you took a standard. Adriana, what you gonna do?
Can I well, fire magic missile. I don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to roll to hit.
You don't have to roll to hit. Magic missile always hits.
That is
Spell resistance.
Well, yeah, spell resistance will stop it.
11
Shield spell will
damage
stop it.
again.
11 damage.
11.
Did you make the cut, James? Are those dead strippers
Yes.
with money all over the floor? Because that's
No.
what it looks
That's
like.
That is rubble.
It looks like dollars. It looks like dollars.
Yeah, I can see that from a distance.
Yeah, I could see that from a distance.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought they were kind of big. I thought you were like emphasizing
No.
bills.
No, they're not dead strippers.
Nope, they are not dead
They do
strippers.
look like strippers though too.
They do look like strippers, though, too.
Yeah, a few of them do.
Is that the random body tool?
No, it's just all
No,
the
it,
dead
it's
bodies.
just all the dead bodies that I had.
And I had to repeat a couple of them.
And I had to repeat a couple of them because there's 12 in here, so. All right, that was Adriana to Damien.
Alright, well, there's no getting in there for me, so we're going to retreat back and check on Percy.
What are you doing? What in the world are you doing?
Let's get a tissue.
You were messing with my hair. All right. Then it is its turn. It roars, and then it looks right at Kayla and says, "Die, you savage bitch!"
That's not nice. I would even venture me. I would even venture me. Yes.
Oh shit, it's talking moose.
You ain't doing that again.
Well, okay. So it did not confirm the fumble with its gore, but it does strike you for 5 damage with one of its hooks. Yes. Yeah. Big B. That thing just talked. It's spoken common.
Don't like it. Nope.
You don't like it?
Nope.
You can't see it at the moment.
I'm gonna get right behind Kayla in preparation for next turn. And then I'm gonna
20,
cast
okay.
mirror image on myself.
Ah, roll a d4.
Four.
How long does that spell last?
How long does that spell last?
4 minutes. 4 minutes. I believe. Let me double check.
1 minute
1 minute
per casting level?
per casting level.
4 minutes. 4 minutes.
2, 3, 4.
Which one is the real me?
Oh God.
Sigurd. You can tumble past your friends. 5, 10, 15. It'll be have to be a full speed tumble though.
Nat 1.
And
All on your face.
it gets an attack of opportunity with its gore.
Open this.
Wait a minute.
I'm not even gonna ask.
I'm not even gonna ask because
I know a 27 is
I know a 27 is gonna confirm.
I would assume.
I did not check. Okay, it is not named. So you take 17 points of damage. You do get through since you weren't trying to pass through it. And attack roll.
But I tried to be respectful of the piece.
19?
19 is a hit.
That is 5 damage.
5. Is that just a normal
Well,
cold iron longsword? Does not seem to have done anything to it. Kayla. Oh yeah.
Smash.
Kayla smash.
It. You're not sure if it's male or female.
What is going on with
25.
That's me, and I cast a mirror. They're an
25 is a hit.
There's only actually one.
18.
18, even after it's reduced,
Yeah.
it drops to the ground bleeding.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not for plus. I found it.
That one was probably one of the ones that was like, yes. Wait, is it dead?
It is bleeding on the
I
ground.
don't get to do a strong muscle with it.
I rushed to kill it.
No?
Yeah, I rushed.
You rush to kill it?
Yeah, I rushed.
Okay.
And I'm gonna coup de grace.
All right. It goes down, and you guys have 2 more doors on this level to check. And then if you want to search this room,
I want to find some more things. I didn't cast this for nothing.
So just gonna open the next door.
Yes.
you're just going to walk over and open the next door while they're
Yep.
not paying attention.
I'm in the mindset of I summoned this stuff. Dang it, I'm gonna use them.
Right, that's a valid point. So you just walk over and swing the next door open.
Can I see him doing this?
Yep. And
Chris is like, could you
let's see,
fucking
that would
not?
put you. He makes a valid point.
So what you do right now? Specific spell.
Bookshelves line the walls of this small library, and many of the tomes have been torn to shreds, and smoldering piles of ashes fill the room with an acrid stench. One small stack of books on a circular table seems to have escaped the destruction. Across the room, looking right at you, is this strange-looking little creature. Make a knowledge the planes check.
Do that. 18. Yeah.
18?
Yeah.
Damn it, I can't type. Excuse me. This goat-headed humanoid is covered in a mangy gray hide that only partly covers its gaunt but muscled frame. You said 18? You're not sure what this creature is.
Great.
Reset and initiative. However, everybody else is surprised except for Bigby and the creature. Bigby, what are you going to do? You can do a standard or a move since it's a surprise round.
Okay. I'm going to step back. Yeah, to there. That'll be And then that's it for now.
Okay. On its turn,
Huh? I don't know. To get out of the doorway.
Yeah, but like, that move so it has to come out. It can still hit you.
Close enough. It has a 1 in 4 chance of hitting.
okay. It charges and jabs at you with a very nasty looking halberd. Striking you for 13 damage, or wait, it has a mischance, that's a 50% mischance, right?
I don't know. I have 4 of them, but
Yeah,
I
it's a
don't
50%
have
mischance.
Yeah, it's a 50% mischance.
And he has 3 charges.
And he has
Four
three charges.
four charges of it.
Four charges of it.
What does that mean?
So it
Okay.
means if he
So it means if he
misses, one of the
misses,
images goes away. And he's down to 3 charges.
With a roll of 80, he strikes for 13 damage, like I said,
Yeah, just go.
and make a fortitude save.
So did they all go away?
No, just none of them do. Yeah.
7.
What'd you say? 7. 7. All right, that means I actually got to bring up my thing.
Wyatt's making a new character.
He might be.
Yeah, this is a pretty brutal section of this.
Great.
All right.
I like all the formation stuff that you can go to now that they put in there. Ooh, check out these potential formation options. Now everybody's gameplay has like all of that. I've started noticing teamwork happening.
All right. And then it goes into the next round. Charcy. Staying out of it. She does see it. She can make a knowledge the planes roll if she would like. Oh, I should have had a comment.
Plus 5.
Yes. I don't know shit. I rolled a 1.
All right.
Yep.
Big B.
Oh, it's my actual turn now? Okay.
Yep.
Well, let's see. I have nothing to lose except for my life. I'm grappling it.
All right. It gets an attack of opportunity as you pass through its reach.
And I have the plus 4 to my AC.
What is your AC currently? 34 points of damage.
And I'm dead.
Mischance?
Oh yeah, mischance.
83.
83. Hot like dead?
It was 34?
34.
Dead.
How far negative did that put you?
No.
DRT?
No. I'm negative 23 right now. So.
Yeah.
Negative 23. Yeah, you're dead.
Hey, at least you didn't waste your spell.
I mean, hit past it.
Well, this was fun.
Bigby screams in pain as he tries to rush this thing and dies horribly. Sigurd, you cannot see what it is currently. But you just heard something strike down Bigby.
I'm going to move out. Move towards his dead body.
15. This is where he lies. And as you get there, you see what attacked him. Do you have knowledge of the planes? 18. You're not sure what this horn-headed creature is.
Well, I know what it is, right?
On the plus side,
Hold somebody.
you haven't made a roll yet.
Can was that a single move to get there? I'm gonna.
Yes.
Yeah.
Studying it. Okay.
You should have studied first. Gonna use your +1 to it.
Or to
Your next study bonus is next level, right?
All right. Big B is dead, so we don't have to worry about that. To Damien.
Alright. Something in the Chelsea, and I see this thing swinging out and
You just see a from where you're. Let me.
yeah, I
Here, let
can't
me
see it. I can't see it. I see his weapon come out and just completely smash big.
There you go. That's what you see. Yeah, you see a halberd lash out and just completely wreck Bigby even through his protective spell.
Alright, well we're gonna move.
I picture your things are so much weird around.
They immediately
No, they bait when he dies.
I don't care. I imagine.
let me no, to the south. Press against the wall. Here. So I can kind of
Here?
see what it is without actually going in yet. And these
Okay.
knowledge planes.
Yep.
20.
20. Oops. All right. You barely made it. You're not going to know much other than it's called a shear, SCHIR, and you do know that it does have some resistances, and you're certain that it's resistant to spells.
Okay.
Beyond that, you know that there's probably more, but
All right. So I'm gonna lean up against the wall. See what it is. Notify everyone what it is. Guys, to shear. Hit it with your weapon. And then I'm going to use my where is it? It is missing. Oh, I'm going to use my spell ability and corruptible.
okay.
Corruption
What does that do?
resistance against evil for 4 hours.
Okay.
On its turn,
On its turn,
it can reach
Sigurd with its halberd from where it's at.
so it lashes out.
And what? Actually. All right. So it does not confirm the fumble.
Adriana,
Adriana, you can make a knowledge arcana check to see if you can pick up more info other than it's a shear.
26.
26.
you would know
That it takes cold iron or a good aligned weapon.
it's immune to disease,
Electricity, and poison. It
resists
resists acid, fire, and cold pretty solidly. Also, that it's pretty resistant to spells. Has several spell-like abilities that it can use, including summoning others of its kind.
Okay, so you said cold, you said good aligned weapons, and what was the other weapon?
Cold iron.
Cold iron.
Cool. You. Can I?
He's good aligned.
I only have one of these spells.
Well, you have to cast a aligned weapon.
I mean, he can go up and punch it. Chris.
Who's that?
He's good
Chris?
aligned.
Chris? Yes.
He's good aligned.
But that doesn't count.
Hold on. Does that count?
Wield him like a weapon.
If I
Yes.
cold iron good aligned, is that like the best?
Yes.
Yeah, it passes it on both sides.
Cool. I'm gonna cast invisibility on Kayla.
Yeah, she can see you clearly.
I am right there.
Yep.
Oh, I just go invisible? Oh, I just go invisible.
Then you can
Yeah. You know what I forgot to get out, guys?
What?
You got the crit fail out already. You got the crit fail out already.
Not crit
Yep.
fail.
Because she already had.
Oh yeah, her too.
Oh, yeah, her too now?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Because
Yeah.
you're starting to think on
Sweet.
Because you're starting to think
Thank
you're
you.
getting your heavy fighters.
getting your heavy fighters.
How about Caleb bull rushing?
Big B grappling.
Big
Big B's dead.
Big B's dead.
Yeah, I know, but maybe earlier.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe
Yes, I will give it more rush because it got the guy out of position.
Like, we would have been stuck had it not worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a little upset.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pull an advantage.
I'm moving him. I'm dead.
Wyatt's on D duty.
You can bring him out here.
Yeah, I was playing on it.
All right. Okay, to
Yeah, severely missed the caliber of players.
Adriana.
Kayla.
Kayla. You can no longer see yourself. You know that there's trouble down that way.
What does Kayla wish to do?
What does Kayla wish to do?
You're gonna go find trouble?
I'm sorry, I'm making a friend.
Okay.
Making a neighborhood friend.
Alright.
Can I walk in and around her? It.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So you make it there on your basic speed. That cancels your invisibility out.
Oh wait, no.
Oh wait, no.
So as you step in,
So as you step into here,
it looks right at you.
it looks right at you. You had a great idea.
It has constancy and visibility.
It has constancy invisibility. No. She didn't roll quite high enough to know all of its spell-like abilities.
Okay, well then, can I attack?
Well, it's attack first, and it strikes you for 9 and a fortitude save. I think he just wants mommy.
13.
13? Okay. And go ahead and make your attack roll. Seventeen is a miss. It bounces off of its thick hide.
No, you can't have coffee bags. I know they have those. You can't have coffee cups either. You can't have coffee cups. Pretty much everything up there you can.
Okay.
From Kayla to Irabeth.
She goes 5, 10, 15, 20. Since it already took its attack of opportunity, and as she steps in, she swings with her longsword, her evil outsider Bane longsword, which you guys gave back to her.
And she
And she misses. Wait, nope. It didn't take into effect the Bane. She hits. And does an extra 2 of these, so 6, 8 is 14. To Charcy.
I'm still hanging out back here.
So you're not really going to do much of anything? Okay. Duncan.
There's no way for me to get out anywhere. Is anybody up front need heal? Over up.
Say that again?
Okay. As I come around the corner there, is there anybody that needs healed right there?
Charcy. 15, 20.
I'll lay on hands.
Okay. To Sigurd.
Any way I can attempt to get in?
2, 5, 10, 15. A full speed tumble, you wouldn't be passing through. So it's not going to be as hard.
Okay. Okay. I need a tumble check.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing almost killed me.
Ooh, that's 12. Ooh, that's 12.
5, 10, 15. Get you there. It does not seem to have gotten an attack.
And then I will go attempt to attack.
Okay.
So 25 to hit. So 25.
That hits. Damage.
60. Cold iron.
It howls in anger as it gets struck. Damien.
All right. I see that we're starting to get a party going on here. See, 5, 10, 15, 20. There. So go ahead and double move me and put me next to Sigurd.
Alright, to its turn. It drops its halberd since you guys are all inside of its reach. And it appears to concentrate. And then nothing happens. Adriana.
Yeah. Ran out of my cool thing.
You can still try and bust through its spell resistance.
I mean, can I try the magic missile?
Yeah, it's a D20 plus 9. Yep. Tell me your total. 23, you bust right through its spell resistance and all 3 missiles strike it. 3d4 plus 3. Nine? Solid hit. It is not looking good. Kayla.
I'm going to power attack.
She has a flank.
Okay. She does indeed have a flank, so you get a +2 to hit.
14.
14 is a miss. From Kayla to Irabeth. Irabeth swings her longsword. Oops, wrong person. She strikes it 4, 6, 9 is 15, and it goes down.
As it drops to the ground,
it pops out of existence.
All right.
All right.
So Big B has fallen.
So Big B has fallen.
The demon is dead.
The demon is dead,
And there's a pile of
books in here.
Salvard still there since I dropped it?
Yep,
It is a masterwork.
it is a masterwork halberd.
Are you taking that?
Yeah, I'll carry it around for a little bit.
All right. Where to next?
Last door. Or there's 2 doors in there.
There's one more on this level.
Have we checked all these rooms? These last 2?
You want to check in the do search or perception checks in these 2? Yeah, go ahead.
Search as well. Well, those aren't very helpful.
Check both rooms. See shit in that one. Oh, I didn't see anything.
9 for the current room, 12 for the stripper room.
That's what it's gonna be called now.
All right.
All right, so there is nothing of note in the room with all the dead bodies. The 6 surviving books all appear to be history texts, tomes on geography, and tactical manuals. And one of them you guys really can't read. A 7th tome that you really can't read.
Well, that's unfortunate.
No,
No, she
she
doesn't.
hasn't. She's a wizard. She doesn't have to prepare read magic.
Can't rematch the book.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
The book is definitely
The book is definitely magical. And as you start to glance over, you quickly realize that this book is not for you. Because this is a manual of war.
War?
Yes.
Interesting. Got it.
This book, which can be found in Ultimate Equipment. As soon as I find it in Ultimate Equipment. Bodily Hall, Exercise, Manual of War. It's bound in bloodstained leather and is scarred like the flesh of a seasoned warrior. A fighter can once per day study the manual for an hour and change one of their bonus feats for another combat. No, Kayla's a barbarian. You do not currently have a
We
fighter.
might. We might. Okay. Okay.
All right, one room remains. I would say no on that one.
It was already up. It was already made, so.
We'll work on making one later.
All right, where to next?
All right, where to next?
Gets to the last room. I'm not leading because we'll probably kill Caleb.
Michaela likes to leave. Her and Zigger are having a competition against her.
Yeah. Kayla and Sigurd always complete the series.
First he goes in and checks the door and everything.
Yeah, I'll check it for traps and then make sure it's not locked. But then I'm letting those guys who's walked through it. I ain't opening any more doors.
Not opening doors anymore?
No.
Not opening doors anymore? She does not believe that it is trapped. It is not locked.
He might guess.
I burst the door open.
Alright, so Charcy and, or not Charcy, Kayla and Sigurd are down the hall. Anybody else down the hall with them?
Well, apparently I am because I did my checks, but I'll move back after they.
Anybody else?
Yep, I'm standing next to Jersey.
She's going to come out here and keep watch over the wounded.
Yeah.
Duncan, you going to go down the hall?
Up to the east side.
Moving all up.
And then Adriana, I'm assuming you're
Yeah.
following.
All
All right, Kayla kicks the door open, and immediately there is a loud buzzing. Kayla sees three very large, very evil-looking flies.
More evil than your regular looking flies.
In this, oh yes, they're
Yep, but
they're
they have
man-sized.
those eyebrows like
They have
this,
the eyebrows like this,
mustache.
little
They have a goatee.
They look very demonic. Several stacked horizontal shelves hold a number of small straw-lined bird cages, a stack of parchment, 3 quills, a pot of ink, and a pile of tiny cylindrical objects cover a nearby table, while a small wooden door is in one corner of the room. However, throwing the door open starts the fight.
Hooray.
Huzzah! Initiative, and the flies take the lead. First one flies up.
Kayla can take on a. Kayla can take on a.
It's gonna fly past. Kayla is still flat-footed.
Caleb will probably die.
Let's play. Nobody cared. Let's do why.
I will personally try if you let me.
All right, the 3 flies surround Kayla.
Did Kayla get healed?
Nope. The first one strikes Kayla for 8 damage. He probably switched tabs.
I don't know. I never did back.
Did you click anything? Did you hear it up there?
I didn't like I switched tabs. Okay.
That's what did it.
What was I at? I hit for what, 9?
10. And then the demon
I
hit
think it was
you.
32.
Let's see. Yeah, that sounds
I
right.
thought you kept track of our
Nope, I'd stopped because it was becoming too much of a hassle.
I rely on you.
All right, so the first demonic fly strikes you for 8 points of damage. The second one also bites you, but misses. The third one, the one that flew behind you, looks down the hall, and then it seems to almost vomit forth this line of acid. Everybody but Charcy and Kayla needs to make a reflex save, because Charcy's around the corner.
Oh boy, Charcy's afraid of dying tonight.
Wow. I got a crit roll.
Yeah, I got it.
Chris, did you get a good roll?
I got a 16.
11, 12.
16.
I don't get sentence.
You're fine. Adriana,
Yeah, 9.
9. All right, so Duncan takes 1 point of damage, acid damage. Everybody else takes 3. Everybody else who got hit.
Oh, cool.
That could have been much worse. Kayla, you've got 2 in front of you and 1 behind you.
Finally.
2 sword. 2 sword.
Sorry.
What is Kayla going to do?
What is Kayla going to do?
Oh, Kayla, that's me.
Switch.
Kayla, that's me.
Switch.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch.
The 2 in front of you? Alright.
She's going to cleave them in twain.
19 is what I rolled.
Total?
27.
That is a hit.
Damage.
Damage.
That
24, that demonic fly just pops.
Oh, I lied. I rolled the wrong die. I rolled a d20.
Ah.
She tried. She tried.
19.
19.
So that one does not.
So that one does not look
So
very good.
I looked down. I looked down. I was like, wait, that's not the right size.
And your attack against the second.
And your attack against the second one?
20.
That is a hit.
And how about 19? I'm sorry. 19.
19 is still a hit.
For 17.
Neither of these flies look very good. Charcy,
You saw a line of acid.
you saw a line of acid come spewing out.
I don't think I can get back there though, can I? I will be back here ready to stab something if it comes down this way.
Alright.
Because I can't
Alright.
get there.
Damien.
Alright, I see.
Alright,
What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Well, might as well. We'll go ahead and so we are going to throw our cold iron dagger.
Alright. So there's 10.
Yep.
It's
so
right
that
at
will
20.
give me a plus 2 because I got a minus 4. So 7.
7?
Yeah.
That's a miss.
Sigurd.
Sigurd!
Fucking kill it! Fucking kill it! Right in front of me! Oof, that's a 12 and a 13. That's a 12 and a 13. Yep.
Both miss.
Roll a 5.
Adriana! That thing puked all over you.
Should puke back on it. Should puke back on it. Acid splash.
Ass splash. Ass resistance. I don't care.
Alright.
21 to hit.
Range touch attack. Is that with the minus 4?
17 to hit. 17 to hit.
That's still a hit.
Does not seem to even.
Does not seem to even touch it.
Hey, by the way,
Yep.
Hey, by the way,
Yep.
most demons are immune.
most demons are immune or resistant to acid.
Duncan.
Duncan!
Not anywhere near one, am I?
I mean,
I mean,
if only you had a reach weapon.
if only you had a reach weapon.
That I don't.
Oh. Fine.
Who's in front of me? Are they injured?
That's Sigurd.
That's Sigurd.
Are you injured, sir?
There's cold iron dagger around me.
Yes. Okay.
How many more chant are allowed?
How many more chant are allowed?
It should be 3. It was 2 me up to the twice, and I did 2 of I haven't chanced yet, but I haven't chanced.
So we are
So that would be
going
26, I believe.
Land hands
So this would be
to right at
work
fourth level.
on doing that with
Yeah, I think it's 2 or 4th level.
Monday.
It's all good. Keep going. Carry on. She's not dead. It's good.
He's not dead? Oh, no.
You.
2d6, yeah. Or 2d6, yeah. Okay. 9.
Sigurd.
Yeah, he'll for
9
9.
hit points.
Yeah, he'll for
9
9.
hit points. Alright. That's good.
Arabeth sees all of this, steps out of the way, and she has decided that she should probably use some of hers. Oh, excuse me. Tracy regains 5 hit points. Then, the flies. First one attacks Kayla. Strikes her for 6. The second one strikes at Kayla and misses. And the third one attempts to bite Sigurd and misses. Kayla.
Get him.
Cleave the same 2. Roll to confirm.
1.
Does not confirm. However, figure out your max damage.
My max?
12 plus whatever your bonuses are. Because on 20s you get your max damage if it doesn't confirm. 25. That one is dead.
So it's okay that I rolled a 1. I didn't like it.
Right. If you roll a 1 on a confirmation, it doesn't mean anything.
20.
That's a hit.
16.
That one's dead. All right. Charcy.
I don't think I can still get out of here. I will stay
Just hanging out still?
All
Damien?
right, well, we're gonna pull out the Master for the Longbow I've been carrying forever, and shoot one of the arrows.
Okay. All right. You have precise shot.
Nope.
All right. -4 to hit.
Yeah.
Standard arrow.
I think that's what it was. Yep. -4. Total +5. 22 to hit.
That is a hit.
For 6 points.
These are not
Nope.
cold iron.
No.
Does not seem to affect it very much. Sigurd.
Was it 22 hit? 22 hit.
22 hits.
7 damage.
What about your other attack? You missed. Okay. Adriana. What? All right. You launch another volley of magic missiles from your wand. Go ahead and roll damage. Nothing seems to stop it. That thing does not look like it's doing well. To Duncan.
I can touch Caleb. I'll try to heal Caleb.
She out of my reach.
She's not looking good. You'd have to acrobatics your way in on a full move.
Are you just gonna 5-foot adjust?
Or on a
anyways?
full speed move.
Me?
Yeah.
No, but you hit the guy behind me.
Yeah, this is Kayla.
I don't 5-foot adjust away.
She'll keep fighting until she's dead.
But I will be okay. Like, you've seen me worse.
And how many hit points do you have?
He's fine.
Okay.
He's looking pretty chill.
Anybody else around me that's
Bigby looks pretty bad.
Bigby doesn't look like there's coming back.
Too soon?
He laughed.
Oh, quiet's not
Do you know
out
he
there.
laughed? Do you know he died? He gets to go to bed.
He died, he gets to go to bed.
I'm gonna hold. Yeah.
Holding. Alright, Irabeth is holding as well. Then the Fly tries to take out Sigurd with a bite. Striking Sigurd for 9. Kayla! Spinning around and hitting this last guy.
Oh, I hit him. 27.
Okay. Damage?
25.
Was
Somewhere
it?
in that range.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Roll the
25.
right die this time.
I did. 23.
It is dead. And as the last one falls, what are you guys going to do?
Check the room.
A quick search of the room does not find anything else other than what? You raised your hand.
So when you were done talking,
Okay. Quick search of the room doesn't find anything else that's worth value, except for there's a door here. And when you open it, because it's got a key in it on this side, it leads out to the place where you can see outside.
hold on, you're
This is the
assuming
hole
that
on
we
the second level.
unlocked the door.
Well, Charcy can tell you from the door that this is the same door that she came up to from the outside.
Okay.
Okay.
How
Now
long
what?
have we been without
Here?
resting?
A couple of hours.
Guys, we are awful.
Yeah, you guys have gotten, but you do know that there's only one floor left.
But you're out of spells, right, Hart?
She got one of magic missiles.
And all the 0 level.
And she also has the rod. Is she? Yeah, she's got the rod of cancellation.
How are you doing on heals and stuff? Not good?
You guys still have lots of potions.
We have
over
a
there.
fair amount.
Lots.
He says lots like it's. It wasn't enough for big.
I mean, we got two more Cure Serious, two more Cure Serious, a Cure Mod,
Can I have a Cure Serious?
and Potion of Invisibility too. Yeah, take Cure Serious.
I'm 18 of 47.
So you're, did you knock back a Cure Serious as well?
He's good on hit points, guys.
Yes. I'll take one.
Oh, you're down to 26.
You gave me one. I like half.
It was
Okay.
3d8, right? You're fine.
Yep, 3d8 plus 3.
Yeah, you're fine. Everything is fine.
How are you?
We got 23 left. I'm good.
23 out of.
28. I only got 15 points on me. I'm gonna pick up my
I'm
dagger,
at 12.
and we're gonna hand the halberd over to Duncan.
Should we do those bugs we
Yeah, he never seems to catch up in time to get up to the front of the fray.
So is she gonna get another?
No, you gave it to Sigurd, didn't you?
Yeah, I took a serious.
We saw no serious. We serious.
I'm good now.
And a mod.
37.
I'm down by 15.
So you can take a moderate.
Moderate.
There's also a wand of cure moderate.
Oh, can someone moderate me?
He can use it.
How many charges does it have?
9.
Yeah, I probably. Let's do it now before we're battling.
How much do I need?
D8 or 2D8 plus 2.
I would not mind being touched with that one. So.
Don't get a four.
You know what I'm saying?
Anything will help. Anything will help.
Well, no.
I have faith in you, Chris.
Plus how much? So that's 10 hit points.
10?
Yep.
10?
Yep.
I'm only down by 5 now.
Are you giving me a
Much
potion
more
of
comfortable.
Now what is the one?
All right.
So we use the one.
So,
So, are you guys going to head on up the last set of stairs?
I feel like you really want us to. I feel like that's a little pushy.
Okay, coward.
I'm charging
You're
this.
really
I'm charging.
You're really gonna pull a big
I'm gonna go up there before.
Sager gets there.
How do you say
16.
All right, full heal.
16.
Finally, decent roll. 77. My drink
Sick heart? Why have the H?
That's the way it's spelled.
It's like Rocher.
Like what?
All right. So, as Kayla leads the way up, she gets to the top of the stairs and looks around the corner.
Door's messed up again.
Oh, no.
Ah, stupid.
Is that you're doing, or is that
At the top,
doing, or is that
no, that there was a patch that screwed things up.
Did you let Nathan know?
Yes.
Nathan, we don't want to see through doors.
at the top of the stairs.
At the top of the stairs, a wide hall stretches for 30 feet before ending in a door. Two alcoves on both sides of the hall hold torches that burn with white light. Each torch illuminates a pedestal on each of which rests a battered and broken steel helm. Standing in front of the door, snorting angrily, is a very large minotaur that has bat-like wings and glowing red eyes. It snorts in anger and prepares to charge.
All 2 seconds of it.
And that's what we'll pick up
Okay.
in 2 weeks.
Where Kayla destroyed it.
Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys Monday.